All right, hey guys, Alex here, and for this installment of the Montage Making interview series, I am here with Gernader Jake, who is back from a 2+ year hiatus, I think, from the Halo community. So, Gernader Jake, why don't you just further introduce yourself, and then we can get started.
All right, guys. My name is Jake, obviously, and as Alex already said, I took about 2 years off of Halo, and I'm just getting back into things and trying to get as many supporters behind me as possible. So, hoping this interview will help.
All right, as usual, first question on the list, what is the story behind your name?
All right, so kind of going to get thrown under the bus immediately here, but the story behind it is I was in eighth grade, and the day I got Xbox Live was a long and complicated struggle. For some reason, it took me hours to get it all set up. So when it asked me for my gamer tag, I got really excited because I knew I was really close to playing on Xbox Live. And at this point, the only Halo I had played was on the campaign, and I loved grenades. I was a huge fan. So my stupid, overexcited eighth grade self decided to make my gamertag Gernader Jake without properly researching the spelling of Gernader.
Oh, you genuinely misspelled it. I thought you were being clever.
Nope, I accidentally misspelled it in eighth grade.
Ah, okay, that's pretty funny. So how and when did you get into Halo?
I got into it in 2006 because my friends loved playing it and they recommended it to me. And at this point, I didn't even have an Xbox, so I decided to buy one and try it out because my friends were really bugging me about it. And as soon as I started playing it, I fell in love with it and I just couldn't stop. So I didn't get live till the very end of 2006, though, but for that whole year, I just played campaign and got into Halo that way.
Ah, and from there, how did you get into the montage scene?
Uh, well, as is true for I think many Halo players, as soon as Halo 3 came out and the theater mode was introduced, I started getting into recording my clips. I was really into watching Halo 2 montages. So, as soon as I had the ability to replay my own films, I was crazy about it. My first montage actually came out just a couple of months after Halo 3 came out, and my friend he recorded the footage with his camera, and the montage itself is extremely unknown. Uh, and at that point, I sort of just wanted to be like the people I watched in Halo 2, and I hoped that by putting my gameplay on YouTube, I could possibly reach their level of fame.
Ah, so far, what is your most memorable Halo experience?
Uh, you know what? I think it's definitely the couple of months following the release of my extermination montage. Every matchmaking game I went into, at least one person would go, "Oh my God, it's Gernader Jake," and some people would be like, "Really? Where? Oh my God, I've seen videos." And it was really exciting for me because it almost made me feel like I was a sort of celebrity, you know? And I actually owe a lot of that to you, Alex, because it was your channel that got my extermination montage so many views. I had no idea it was going to reach that, and all of a sudden, after not too long, it had over 100,000 views, and people started knowing my name. So it was really cool for me.
Yeah, no problem. And on the flip side, your montage being so good got my channel 100,000 views. I
All
guess
right,
you
there
could
you
view it
go.
that way. Yeah, so I should thank you as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
help each other out.
yeah, okay. So as a montage maker, do you draw inspiration from anyone, and if so, who?
uh, well, I draw inspiration from lots of people now, especially campy. But back in the day, uh, what really got me into making montages was watching all those Halo 2 videos, and especially the two montages that were made by Gunshot. I love those, and I still watch them today. Like, I don't know if many of you have seen him, but his second montage is really well known, and having those videos pump me up so much and give me the desire uh, to better my skill. It inspired me to try to do the same for other people because I loved that video.
Yeah, Gunshot was freaking amazing. I think he was like the first person to have like a 3x gyro in his Halo 2 montage or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, and that was in its first one too. That was before I even got live, so I loved that thing.
Yeah, back when we were still trying to get to Killtaculars and stuff like that. All right, so out of all the montage clips that you've gotten over the years, which one is your favorite and why?
uh, this one's actually really hard for me to figure out because I have to distinguish whether favorite necessarily means my best clip. or just for some other reason my favorite. And I think I would have to go with the clip in my final Halo 3 montage on standoff at around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'm sure you guys have no idea what that is, and you're going to have to go and check the video to see what I'm talking about. But I get a kill-tacular extermination, and the reason I love this clip so much is because it is an example of what Halo is really about for me. When I got this clip, I was at a friend's house with a group of guys. We were all drinking a bit. We were playing split screen and switching off respawns, just messing around and having a great time. And somehow, while all this was happening, I managed to get that clip. And at the time, it was hilarious. And every time I watch it now, it reminds me of how fun Halo can be.
Nothing like getting clips while you're slightly buzzed.
Yeah, yeah, especially with a group of friends on split screen, and everyone's like, "Dude, did that fucking just happen? Yeah, dude, ah!" It was great.
Right, moving on. What do you think is the most important aspect of a Halo montage?
I definitely have to say that it would be the gameplay, and that doesn't mean that a montage should be judged solely on how good the gameplay is, but clearly the reason we are watching the montage in the first place is to see some cool Halo videos. So some of my favorite montages are actually funtages, which just goes to show that to me it's all about how entertaining the clips are. And whether that means they're funny or skillful doesn't really matter. Editing is also really important to a montage though, but I think it's much less important because I've always considered the best editing to be the kind that really allows you to see the clip being demonstrated without tons of effects in the way and tons of things blowing up and making it so you can't really see what's going on. You know, the ones that really help the clip flow well are what make the montages better.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so as a montage maker, what do you try to accomplish with the game footage? Clean kills, huge multi-kills, unique playstyle, etc.
Uh, all of the above, to be honest. Game or clean kills, huge multi kills, unique gameplay, sticks, whatever it may be. Uh, the reason I love making Halo videos is because I don't aim for any particular kind of footage. I simply play the game and I will record anything cool that happens along the way. I throw stickies around the map randomly. I spin around in circles and shoot my sniper if I feel like it. I kind of just play the game to have fun, knowing that if anything really cool happens, I get to share it with my friends.
Okay, so I guess this would be in the same vein, but as an established montage maker in the Halo community, do you have any advice that you would like to give to the up-and-comers out there?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely do. I say just play the game, simply. That's what I did. Play the game for fun. You know, if you really love the game enough, like I did and still do, you'll continue to just get better and better. Don't go into matches looking for Killionaires and amazing clips like many people do. You know, looking to get the sniper, and if you don't do it, betraying your teammates for him. That just makes it way less fun. Go into matches looking to win and trying to do your best and get better. The first year I played Halo 2, it was online, and all I did was try to win every match. And by doing that, that's how I got to where I am now.
Alright, so out of all of the Halo videos that you've made so far, which one is your favorite and why?
Well, unlike probably a lot of the other people you interviewed, I really don't have that many videos out yet. So definitely my final Halo 3 montage would be my favorite. And that's because the clips in it are really exciting to watch, especially for me, because it reminds me of the ridiculous passion I had for the game 3 years ago. Also, Campy did a really good job choosing a song and editing the gameplay to make it a really smooth and relaxing video. So overall, just because of the gameplay and how superior it is to my other montages, and because of the smooth editing, it's just really enjoyable for me to watch.
Okay, these next two questions might be a bit tricky for you since you just came back to the Halo community, and if you don't know how to answer them, feel free not to, but out of like all the Halo montages in existence, which one or ones do you think are incredibly underrated?
Uh, yeah, see, this is definitely going to be hard for me because there are about 2 years of montages where I didn't really see much. But just because I've heard so little about it lately, I did used to hear about it a lot 3 years ago. But in terms of since I've come back, I haven't heard a word about it. Gunshot's second Halo 2 montage, like I previously discussed, is just the best video I've ever watched. I literally watched this video every day when I got home from school to the point where like all the songs were totally stuck in my head and the music was good, editing was great, the gameplay at the time was just godly. So I absolutely love that montage.
All right, and the next question, who do you think is the most underrated member of the Halo community right now?
Hmm. I have no idea, to be honest. Me. No, I don't. I
Maybe.
really don't. I can't answer that question too well. I don't know enough about the people who are out there making videos.
All right. So did you get back into following MLG at all, or were you a fan of it before?
I was a fan. I never watched the live streaming, but I always go on YouTube and try to find videos where I can hear Puckett talking about things and watching the gameplay live. It's really fun for me to do that. So I'm trying to get back into it.
Okay, so based on what you remember, who was your favorite MLG pro when you were following MLG?
Based on what I remember, it was definitely Gunshot because of his montages and stuff. But I do have a favorite pro now, and it actually is only about a week ago, I think, that he became a pro. But Campy, believe it or not, is now on a team of 4. And I've always loved his videos, and he's just a really great guy in general. So there's no better person to root for.
Yeah, for sure. I've always recognized Campy as being like fucking good at Halo, and it's about time that he stepped into the competitive scene.
Yeah, so it should be really, really cool to watch.
All right, so we got about a minute left. So before our time runs out, is there anything you would like to give concerning your channel and your comeback, like projects you might have coming up, what you want to do with your channel, etc.?
Uh, I don't have too much coming out in terms of a project. I do have a few clips saved up that I'm planning on releasing soon. For the most part, I guess I'd just like to say that I hope everybody subscribes to my channel or at least checks it out and enjoys the videos because I put them up for fun and entertainment, not really to try to be the best. And I just hope that people support and appreciate that because I don't know. I think it's pretty cool to see clips that are just from people playing and not striving to get a certain kind of kill or a certain kind of clip every time they turn on their Xbox.
All right, cool. That's just about do it. So as usual, please check out the link to the playlist of his videos and the link to his channel. His channel is really small right now, so he could really use the support. And peace out, guys.
See you guys later.